Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for August 14th, 2025. I have not been feeling well all day, so we'll see how this goes. But we've got a... Wait, 100% Corn Guild's Kingdom. What happened? It is Thursday, right? This has happened a couple times recently. Well, alright, so we've got trashing from Remake. We've got plus actions from Farm Hands and Ferryman comes with Plaza. And then there's, in the rewards pile, Courser, Cornet, and Domain. Draw-wise, we've got Hunting Party, we got Farrier Overpay, and then in the rewards pile, we've got House Carl, Courser. Cornet can also, I guess, function as draw of a sort. It's a throne room. And then plus buy is Farrier Merchant Guild. Plus there's also Renown and Domain in the rewards. And then we've also got Horn for gains. Soothsayer can gain golds. Stonemason Overpay can gain extra cards. So there's a lot of powerful stuff here. Joust and Horn of Plenty. One thing that is a little bit awkward is that there's not like a good 3 cost for us to pick up off of Remaking Estates, and Remake is basically the only trashing. I mean, there is Stonemason, but Stonemason starting cards is not very good. Stonemason golds from Soothsayer would actually be good, but I don't know if that's gonna be the priority. So we probably do want to open Remake, and then we probably just overpay for Farrier. Yeah, I think so. It just bought a Farrier without overpaying? But why? I mean, I guess it didn't want Remake to miss the shuffle, but like, then why get the Farrier? Alright, so we've got 4 coins down there. Could overpay for Farrier again here. And then we either hit 5 or we see our Remake again. Both of those sound like good things. The Remake again. Okay. I think we're just going to overpay for Farrier again, and then this turn we should get pretty good amount of money because of the silvers. Alright, so we have 8, and then down there we have... 2 coppers, Remake, Silver Farrier. We could just go ahead and take a province and plan to get a Joust. We do have plus buy, but we don't have like a great way to leverage that. We could also like Stonemason for some stuff. Like Stonemason for Joust Hunting Party or something like that. We could also just do another Farrier Overpay. So I said we don't have a great way to use it, but obviously like one thing we could do is just Farrier Overpay again. Getting a province into the deck without the Joust does not seem that great. So I don't think I want to do that. If we do the stonemason thing, the stonemason itself is not going to do a whole lot right now, but getting both a hunting party and a joust is quite nice. That's as compared with drawing like one extra card for next turn specifically. Now, granted, the stonemason isn't. I think I already said that. The stonemason's not very good in the deck right now. It could be later. Hmm. Another thing we could consider is taking a ferryman and a plaza. Then, like, stonemason and ferryman would actually be potentially useful. We get stonemason, ferryman into farm hands, and use that to set cards aside, which is kind of like draw. But hunting party is going to be really good. I think it's stonemason for joust hunting party. Okay. So obviously we could just trash 2 coppers, overpay for farrier. Or we could take a farm hands and set aside a copper. I think I prefer to just trash the coppers. Bot is sure not doing a lot over there. We do unfortunately need to trigger a shuffle here in order to actually get to province. Now we can stonemason a copper and still buy province. I think that's better than the alternatives. Well, I don't know what the alternative would really be, to be honest. Come on. Dang it. All right. Well, we can do the farmhands thing here. Seems fine. Alternatively, we could overpay for the last farrier. Alternatively, we could buy a 5. Probably overpay for the last farrier is the best thing to do, given that will probably do the most work to line our joust up with our province. And will also mean that the bot cannot do likewise. The bot's getting another joust, but it doesn't have a province. So I think we want to play the farriers first. Like, if we can find... Right now, hunting party trips on 2 cards, which is our province and our remake. We want to find the province. So, okay. Finding another farrier is also fine. Do we know which reward we want to take? The bot doesn't have a province, so we don't have to worry about, like, taking one for the purposes of, like... Ooh, we could take domain and then stonemason the gold. That sounds really good, if we can get to it. Which we might be able to do if we draw into the remake. Okay, well... Now that that hasn't happened, I think we take Courser for now. Could also be Coronet to double play the hunting party. Yeah. I mean, if the remake is our top card, we would actually be able to draw the domain, but there is no guarantee, and we can just do it next turn. Probably Courser is a bit safer than Coronet. Okay. Is there anything fancy we want to do with the remake? I mean, we want a stonemason for more stuff. Just trashing some coppers is good. I mean, if we just trash 3 coppers, we've got... Yeah, I think we just do that. And now we don't have copper to trip over anymore. Yeah, we can gain Horn of Plenties off of the gold. So I think we just want more draw. We can take another Joust. We don't have another province, but it does give us, does make it a little easier to line things up. It also gives us an extra coin with which to buy another province next turn if we want to. And we probably don't need much more draw anyway. Although we did have the Farrier Overpay draw from this turn, but we just trashed 3 coppers. We could also just take 2 hunting parties. That's the other option. We're definitely taking 1 hunting party. We don't necessarily need more money if we don't plan to get another province, but if we do, I guess we should also look at uniques. Like, what are the horns going to be able to gain? I mean, I'm sure we have plenty, but Farrier, Joust, Courser, Hunting Party, Silver is already 5, Horn is 6. If we wanted, you know, like Stonemason is 7, Domain is 8. Like, we'd be able to gain province off of Horn if we want to. Maybe that is actually what we do. Then we do end up getting another province anyway, and we lose a Horn, but that's probably fine. So yeah, let's get... But in that case, we don't need the Joust until the turn after. So I think we just get another hunting party. Just make absolutely sure we can draw. And we can also take Courser for coins. That's relevant. All right, now we have to worry a little bit about whether we want... Renown, because they did pick up a province. The gold gain is really good. Being able to overpay Stonemason, like, and not have to pay the 2 coins is also quite nice, but maybe not nice enough to super worry about. I think I'm just going to take the domain. Do we need the actions? Guess if we... Yeah, we do. Oh, we didn't get to the hunting party. We don't actually get to gain and play the... That's annoying. Damn it. Well, I'm still going to stonemason the gold. We can mid-turn gain stuff here to, like, or so mid-turn play stuff. If we take coronet, we can mid-turn play a horn. So do we just go double horn and then stonemason for joust hunting party? Probably. Because we can't overpay for Horn of Plenty. Yeah, that was unfortunate. We would have gotten a bunch more gains there if we'd seen that hunting party. Huge turnip. What? What? Okay. All right, there we go. Are we still not drawing through here? I guess we do have a bunch of stonemasons. Well, maybe we just need to take House Carl. Oh, we had 2 farriers down there. Meh. Okay, well, now the question is, can we just win by gaining 2 more horns? I think the answer might be yes. Yeah. Also play a remake on these stonemasons to gain more uniques. We don't actually need to, though. Well, I had some plans that I thought were exciting, but then it turned out they weren't necessary. Yeah, Fast Kingdom. There was, like I said, a lot of powerful stuff here. Stonemason, Hunting Party, Joust, Horn of Plenty. These 4 cards, well, in Remake, really. And Farrier. All the cards that I clicked on. You know, not that Farmhands is bad or anything, and Ferryman Plaza isn't bad either, but like these cards, every part of the kingdom that I actually used is like this. Yeah, is all really strong cards, and yeah, they all contributed greatly. The bot just didn't. I don't know. So it had a 3/4, which is definitely worse. And then here it overpays for Farrier. That seems sensible. It didn't find multiple estates, which is pretty unfortunate. Remake in 4 copper and then an estate. Okay, so it had 3 coppers and then overpays for Farrier again. That makes sense. And then Farrier, remake. Wait, where are you? Oh my gosh. Maybe the bot just got unlucky. Like, where are its estates? overpays for farrier again. And now I see the problem is not only like the earlier you trash the estates with remake, the sooner you have more money because you have silvers, and you can either stonemason for good stuff, or you can do a bigger farrier overpay than just these like one card farrier overpays. So here, the fact that they're like turn 6, they're still like just now trashing the other 2 estates, and then they only get to overpay for 2. If we compare that to what I got to do, I got to do the overpay on turn 2, then on turn 3 I got to trash 2 estates, and still got like a farrier overpay in as well because I had the extra card from the previous farrier overpay. Like otherwise you wouldn't be able to do that. And then I got the other estate trash turn 4, so by turn 5 I was already doing the stonemason thing. So I think the bot just got unlucky, to be honest. Like I don't think I really like outplayed it per se. I was first player and like I had better shuffles. And then yeah, so here it does the thing, you know, it does the stonemason overpay for Joust Hunting Party. So it's like it's on the right track. It's just, you know, at a disadvantage. Here it does it again, and I don't know if it had the option to get a province. It doesn't look like it. Well, if it hadn't remade the copper. So that's maybe a mistake. And then of course, here it did get a province, and then here for some reason it got huge turnip. I have that's just terrible. This is the rare game where I didn't, you know, not only did I not get renown, but renown wasn't gained. And I think that was correct. Like the stonemason domain interaction is really good, and then other than that, I just want to draw because even though like Hunting Party is a strong draw card, it doesn't draw in like great volume. So having the additional couple of draw cards helps a lot, especially when you're trying to do stonemason gain and play stuff and you're trying to get horns into play and all that. So yeah, but even with that being said, renown would certainly be better than huge turnip. Like you've got a lot of buys with all the farriers, right? Like, I mean, I guess the value of that maybe isn't that high, because if you don't have that much money and there's not like a lot of cheap cards that you want, it doesn't necessarily matter too much. But I still think this is really weird. And it all, I mean, the bot also could have taken like Coronet or House Carl. What did I took? Okay, yeah, I just took the 1 reward on the last turn, right? Because I only had the 1 province. Yeah, so yeah, all in all, I don't really think, I mean, yes, I don't think the bot should have taken huge turnip, and yes, maybe it should have taken province a turn earlier rather than trashing a copper, but I think I was probably just going to win regardless of any of those choices. Maybe if the bot had denied me House Carl, I wouldn't have won this turn, but I probably would have won the next turn or something, just because, like, yeah, I had such an advantage from the get-go. So yeah, that'll happen sometimes. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.